What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am Nina Silic, nutrition and lifestyle coach, and today we're going to talk about how to get started on your fitness journey.
Seconds later.
I'm like, do I say guys or fam or P? Hey fam. No, I don't like fam. Hi. I used to be like, hi team. I think this is a really important topic, and it's not just for beginners or anybody who hasn't started before, but also for those of you who have maybe fallen off the wagon or taken time off from fitness and need to reset your goals and just get everything back in motion again. So regardless if you're an absolute beginner and you've never exercised before or never tried dieting or never tried diving into nutrition before, or if you're a veteran who's just fallen off the wagon, I think this is going to be very useful for you. The very first thing you need to do to get you started again is determine your why. I think everyone thinks this step is a bit of fluff or like not very useful, but it is really important to determine why you are doing what you're doing. So if you're wanting to lose weight or you're wanting to just eat a little bit healthier, what is the reason behind it? Do you want to feel more confident in yourself? Do you need to have healthier blood results? Do you need to have more energy? What is the purpose behind it? Write a list of your reasons why, have them in front of you, and then use them as your motivating factor to get started and keep going. So after you've determined your why, the next thing you need to do is set SMART goals. You need to set goals that are attainable and that are results driven, and you can achieve them in a timely manner. So how do we set those goals? Write them down, make sure they are specific, and make sure that you can attain them, that they are realistic. It's not realistic to want to lose 100 pounds in 3 months. It's just not going to happen. Or it's not realistic to lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks. You need to set goals that are going to be achievable and absolutely realistic for the time frame that you have. You also need to start small. And what I mean by this is you don't want to take on the whole world in your first week. So if you're somebody that hasn't even been exercising, the last thing you want to do is train 7 days a week, which isn't realistic for anyone, let's be real. You want to start small. Maybe it's going to be just setting a goal of 5,000 steps a day, and that's all you do. Or maybe you start with working on your nutrition first and start just tracking your food. Start really, really small and make sure they are targets and goals that you can achieve really easily. Set that as a foundation, and then over time, you're going to build up from there. You need to set appointments with yourself. So what does this mean? Sometimes life can get really chaotic. There's always a million things we all need to get done in a week, and most of you will write them in your calendar, in your diary. So you need to do the same with your exercise or any nutrition goals that you have. You need to write these down in your calendar and set those as appointments and make them a priority, just like you would make anything else. So what I mean by this is if you're going to exercise 4 times this week, set out 4 times in your diary or in your calendar that you're going to block out that time to exercise. Make sure you set those appointments with yourself, just like you would with a best friend, so you will keep them. One of my favorite points is start tracking your food. If you don't know what your current food intake is, you don't really know what to change in terms of your calorie intake to get to your goals. So a really simple thing is just find a food tracking app. It can be absolutely anyone that you like. Start tracking the food you're currently eating, then you know where your starting point is and you'll be able to make the necessary changes to get where you need to be. The next thing you need to do is find an accountability buddy. What do I mean by this? Either hire a coach or have a friend that you are going through this journey with or that you report to. Sometimes we just make so many excuses for ourselves of why we shouldn't do something or why we didn't get something done. But if you have someone to be accountable to and you know you're reporting to someone, say every single Monday of, did you achieve your targets for the week? You're going to be more likely to do those for the week rather than make those excuses. You need to expect setbacks. Okay, nobody's journey is going to be perfect. And I know so many of you have that all or nothing mindset where you might just go 110% for 2 weeks, and then if something goes wrong, you just fall off the wagon again because that perfect goal that you're trying to achieve or that perfection of exact meal plan, exact meals, exact training gets thrown out the water. Then you just start all over again in 6 months' time. You don't want to do that. You want to keep that consistency going. So expect there to be setbacks. There are always going to be setbacks. Life happens. It's always going to happen. But it's about how you manage those setbacks and manage the things that happen in life and just keep moving forward the best that you can. The next point is stay consistent. Consistency is key. And like I mentioned before, it's not about perfection. There is no such thing as perfect. You're never going to be perfect. But it's fine if you're like 80% there, 70% there every single week, because that consistency is going to add up over time. It's like slowly building a little brick to that wall, adding to the wall. What am I trying to say? Even if they're not perfect, because trust me, they're never going to be, are going to add up and they're going to get you to that end result. And the last and my favorite one is celebrate the wins. You're going to hit little milestones maybe every week, maybe every couple of months. There's always going to be a win, and it's not just a physical win. So what I mean by that is, it's not just going to be that number on the scale or your measurements. It might be you have a breakthrough in your mindset, your perspective changes, or you hit a PR in the gym. Whatever it might be, even if it's super, super small, you need to celebrate that and acknowledge that and just be so grateful for that win. And it's just going to make you feel so, so good with everything you're doing. And once you've hit that win, move on to the next one, and that's going to keep that momentum flowing for you to stay positive and keep going. I hope you guys find these tips helpful, whether you're starting or restarting. Just make sure that you remember, this is an ongoing process. This is going to be something that evolves over time. You're going to have periods where you're on point, you fall off the wagon, whatever it might be. Life is going to happen. So just as long as you start, and whatever your starting point is, make sure you keep building on that and keep improving. You're going to get to where you want to be. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss a video. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're just getting started on the fitness journey, I would love to hear from you below. Or if you're someone restarting, please share that in the comments. I really love hearing from you guys. And until next time.